Hi there, Internet people. This is episode 46. We have 7 days to go, and we are closing in on the anniversary edition of Cary Spotlight, a hyperlocal email newsletter in Cary, North Carolina. My name is Chris Kutzer. I'm the founder of Cary Spotlight. And in this series, we go over some of the content that was created in the past year and reflecting on some of the ideas that we want to use in the upcoming year from some of our experiments in the content types. It might be helpful for other people that are publishing a local newsletter or just for myself so I can come back here and see what I was thinking when we were publishing these newsletters. So let's have a go. All right. So this will be a Tuesday edition. We have a 1, 2, 3 part subject line as always that goes out to our subscribers, tells them what's going to go on. We're talking about a courage stunning comeback. We have some crime data and 20 years of saving grace. What could that mean? So let's have a look. Here we go. We're talking about the Courage sports team, giving people a recap. So this is something new that we've started to implement as we put the video of the game as well as links to the full report, standings, and upcoming schedule. So that's kind of something. We'll definitely keep this format moving forward in the next season when the team comes back. We also started doing election countdown, giving people information about the upcoming election. Again, this has been very useful. We have had some good feedback about this. So in the next election cycle, we most likely will be doing the same thing to let people know where they can vote, where they can get their IDs, all that kind of stuff. Saving Grace is an animal rescue, so we're talking about that. And we have our police data that we publish weekly on a Tuesday. And we're talking about different restaurants or eateries around Cary and getting people's feedback on that. And we have our list of events for the week, as well as the answer to the trivia question. Now, Wednesdays was Wellness Wednesdays. This is where we do our health and wellness stories. So in this one, we're talking about family field day fun. I think this is something special. Microplastics found in someone's brain and the brain tissue, lower heart risk for women, and step counts that matter. So let's have a look. So this is the tiny plastics. This is all plastics in the ocean, end up in our food. We eat it. Now there's evidence that it can actually end up in the brain. Talking about Mediterranean diet, how it can benefit lowering the heart risk. And then we'll also talk about number of daily steps you need to prevent weight gain and reduce obesity. And then this is Irish Heritage event that's coming up. And so we're doing a spotlight on the organizers of the event and the event itself, the field day itself. So there you go. We have our plastics, our Mediterranean diet, obesity risk, and the family field day that's coming up on October 26th. So that's next week. It's actually 2 days after the anniversary edition, so we'll make sure to include that on our event schedule. And then we also have a shout out to this other charity event that's coming up on the same day. So make sure to add that to our list. And this is our long list of events. Okay. And then we're talking here about safety measures in Morrisville. Morrisville is a town right next door to Cary. So again, a lot of people actually drive through that area. So on their way to work in the Research Triangle Park, RTP. So we got to talk about that. New safety measures, and also we celebrate Wake graduates, and then art and skills classes in Cary that people can participate in. So there you go. We still have our Paralympics going on. We have the safety measures here for frequent collisions happening at intersections in Mooresville to let people know. We also had a reader poll to find out if people actually seen these accidents or being aware of what's going on. And the graduation story. Also programs that kids and teens can register for. So we're letting people know about that. And also new skills that people can try out and carry different activities. And then we have another restaurant pick for people that people can enjoy and discover. Then we have our long list of events in Cary. Next is Wake County is working on mental health for first responders. And then we have another special event coming up for a child battling cancer, and then online scams alert. So here we go. So in this one, there's a fundraising event by a local hair salon. It's helping a local child battling cancer. So we brought attention to that, let people know about getting a free haircut with a minimum donation. Also talking about mental health disorders for first responders and how that can help them. So that's that there. This is also our first pod short, as well. We were trying to play an audio embedded inside of the newsletter. That's kind of new. It's one of those things that we're still experimenting with. We don't have enough data yet to see if this is something good or bad, but it's something that we tried. Then we talk about the Navy commander being relieved of backwards rifle scope. As a Navy man myself, this was kind of like painful to write or bring people's attention to this, but hey, this is what happens, okay? And then there's romance scams. We're bringing this back. This is kind of a short version of a story that we've done before, but just kind of bringing people's attention again to that issue. And then we have our eatery that we're giving people suggestion for, and a whole bunch of events, and then the answer to the trivia question. Okay. Now here's something that actually got people's attention: drivers getting overcharged on a fuel error, and then Cary students go green, and then the libraries are offering laptops. So let's see the story. So there were stories about North Carolina drivers getting overcharged when they register their vehicle. It's a vehicle code mix-up, and so some people are going to get a refund on that. Some people weren't aware to go ahead and look at their registration card, make sure, especially with the EVs, electric vehicles, or hybrid vehicles, there was a mix-up and they were getting charged more. And there's an actual student that's doing a project that's helping with abandoned wells that oil wells that combat climate change. And then the library is providing laptops and internet access for residents in Cary. So again, helping to bridge the divide in accessibility. And then we're highlighting some educational opportunity about birds and nature, downtown Cary. And then, we focused on another eatery in this one, so people can discover that, places to eat, try different things, a list of events, and then end up with the answer to the trivia question. And then that brings us to our Travel and Discover edition, which is our second specialty edition of the week. And in this case, we're talking about another eatery that people can discover right in Cary. We're also talking about how people can maximize their savings when they fly, from some travel blogs that they can follow. We also continue our ongoing series on the cruise um, adventures that people can take. Also looked at travel to France that is senior friendly. So those are the kind of stories I think that people did enjoy. People do enjoy the little ideas that we give them for eateries around town. And then travel to France. We actually have people that were planning a trip to France or are traveling to France and were able to use these resources up here to enhance their trip, the enjoyment of their trip. And then gave them a list of blogs, air travel blogs people can follow. So this is definitely air travel blogs will be something that we can bring back as a resource for people. And then we have a Disney story, and yeah, that's the end of that one. And then finally, we come to the end of our editorial week, which is on a Monday. I explained that in previous video. We cover property sold in Cary in the last week, and we also talk about mortgage rates and some market data that people can see on a national level. So that's there. We also do a shout out for some local charities. These are the mortgage rates for 30 years, jumbo fixed, VA loans, and stuff like that. And that's it. That's it for today. Stay tuned tomorrow for another episode